So about a week ago I made a video explaining a few things that people disliked about the game, and it was met with mixed emotions, which I don't mind. I feel that we all need to be able to voice our opinions so that the game will one day be able to be what it really can be. Now, quite a few people thought that my criticism meant that I don't enjoy the game, but I actually really do still enjoy the game. I've been waiting on a game like this for a pretty long time, since I really love fighting games and enjoy games with steep learning curves and competitive games. I do really enjoy the combat and the game in general, but I just don't think it's perfect yet. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about a few things I feel would make this game a little better in a more salt-free environment. Now, I won't be talking about taking ledges out of the game or nerfing every character so that it's balanced or anything like that. But before we start, we do have a sponsored message from GamerLink. GamerLink is a free app where you can find players to play games like For Honor with. You can set these things called beacons so you can find exactly who you're looking for. Whether you're playing for fun or looking for someone to compete with, you can always find the right teammate. Plus, I'm on the app and I post beacons to find some of you guys to play with, and now that I stream, I'll be posting even more beacons. Because For Honor is so much more fun when you have someone to play with. Now let's get into the video. First thing I want to talk about are the bashes and shoves. So if you've watched any duel tournaments, you probably saw a lot of conquerors, warlords, and wardens, and a few peacekeepers, which means you probably saw a whole lot of shoves. And if you were lucky enough to see a warden versus conqueror in the top 16, you probably saw nothing but shield bashes and shoulder charges. So personally, I don't like this, and I can understand if you disagree with me, but I don't think the game should boil down to whoever can land a shove and get that guaranteed damage afterwards. I know it's a part of the game, but I don't want it to be a crutch, you know? So I just think that the charges should take more stamina. That's about it. They're already punishable enough if they whiff, and they can be dodged if you time it right, but I just feel that the charges should use up more stamina, and then maybe they won't be used as such a crutch when fighting at the higher levels. Next, I want to talk about bleed. So I don't think that bleed needs to be taken out of the game, and I don't think that the damage on bleed needs to be nerfed really. The one thing I really think needs to be done to make it a little more fair is to make it where bleed can't kill you. I really want to know what you guys think about this one the most. So say you're fighting Peacekeeper and she lands a guard break and gets her 3 stabs in and your health bar is completely red. I feel that if you're in this situation, that they shouldn't be able to just run away and let you bleed out. I think that they should have to land one final attack to kill you so that you have some sort of chance to come back after being shanked. I don't think this will break the game or ruin Nobushi or Peacekeeper, but I think it'll make it a little less frustrating when fighting a runner. Those were the 2 combat things I wanted to talk about. Now I just want to nitpick a little bit. I would love to see custom chat on console instead of just having quick chat. I know that it will be a little slower, but I think it would be a nice addition to the console versions of the game, since we can't really communicate mid-game at all. Another thing I would like to see is to be able to customize my hero while looking for games, because it would be better than just waiting for a game to start up. Right now, I don't really like the way the menu is. You're pretty limited to anything. So I think, being able to move around a little bit would be great. And my final nitpick is I wish that the faction war was explained a little more, or that they showed us a rough estimate on how many war assets are being deployed in total or in certain areas, since the little percentage numbers don't really let us know anything but who's winning a territory. I feel a lot more people would actually care about the war if it was a little more transparent and if the early days in a round actually mattered. And I covered a few more things in my last video if you care about that, or want to join the discussion in the comments over there because it's pretty heated. If you have any ideas on what would make this game better, feel free to tell me down in the comments, since I feel it's pretty important to talk about these things so that we don't get burned out on the game. Anyways, click on that circle to sub, check out one of my previous videos on the left, and let me know who you think the absolute best hero is in the game.